Oh, now we're farming. A few weeks ago, I got a phone call from an Irish man called Michael. And on that call, Michael mentioned that he'd got something he'd like to send us. And last Thursday, this turned up. This is the Tanco 1400v, a fully automatic twin satellite bale wrapper capable of wrapping over 100 bales an hour. Now, I wasn't quite expecting this thing to be brand spanking new. And if you want to know how I know it's brand new, well, the mud guards and lights haven't been put on yet, and they've still got cling film on the wheels. Now, I've heard some amazing things about this bale wrapper. It's fantastic in wet conditions, it's incredibly quick, and it's fully automatic, meaning you don't have to touch any buttons whilst using it. But it's not much good to me whilst it's in this state. Now, as luck would have it, Tanco have not only sent us this wrapper, they've also sent us Michael too. So as we speak, Michael is on a plane from Dublin to come and put this pile of parts together into a fully automated bale wrapper. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit excited. When Michael arrived, he set to work, and after a couple of hours, we were ready to go. Come on, you honestly didn't think I was gonna show you that easily, did you? Before we can even think about going wrapping, we need to go and find something to wrap. Fortunately, last time we went silaging, we saved a 3 or 4 acre patch just in case this wrapper turned up. However, I do have it on good authority that this wrapper might be stopping a little longer than we first thought, which hopefully means we'll get the chance to put its 100 bales an hour reputation to the test. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we just need to get this grassed out. Okay. I've teased you long enough, I get it. This time, I'll show you. What a beauty. Look at it. First impressions are that this thing is very, very cool. Obviously, this is insanely different to our spinning deck wrapper. This is twin satellite, they spin around. This is the next level, big time, next level. So first I thought I'd just show you a couple of things that I love on this wrapper, and then we'll go and give it an actual go in the field. Firstly, these things. Now these wrapper tubes are pretty mental. Firstly, we've got 6 of them. There can be 2 on the wrapper, and we don't have to have any extra wrap holders. We can take 8 full rolls of wrap, which is mental. But this is the best bit. How easy is that? On with your wrap, load it, shove it back down again. This here is the plate for the automatic loading. So when the bale touches that, it moves and it loads it up. Now I've currently got that turned off in the cab because Michael says the boys who get the most output out of this machine actually use the controller to load it, which I'll show you in a minute. Now obviously being twin satellite, there's a wrap on each side of this arm and that spins round. But let me show you on this what I love about loading this roll. So ordinarily, when you load a roll of wrap, you'll put your roll on here. You push these rollers back to give you some space, peel it off, run it around these rollers, and then what do you do with this end? because often if there's a bale here, you'll just tie it to the bale. Now let me tell you something. As the man who actually takes the wrap off the bales in the winter, there is nothing more annoying than wrap tied to a bale. So the guys at Tanco came up with a really cool idea. They said, pull it tight, not the end. Then you see this little notch just here? Take your end and just slot it in. Oh, you don't know how happy that makes me feel. Now, unlike spinning deck wrappers, this one is actually mounted on the arms. However, if you look here, you can take this off and use the pickup hitch if you want to. Now, another cool thing Michael pointed out is you see that wheel? It's actually further back than the center of where a bale is going to be mounted on that deck. Now, why that's cool is because it actually transfers a load of the bale weight to the tractor, which means that this thing will travel when it's really wet. And this wrapper, all as it is there, with no wrap on it, only weighs 1.25 tons. To put that into context, a McHale Orbital, which is a similar kind of output bale wrapper, weighs 1,850 kilos. So that thing is a significant amount lighter. So if you're gonna wrap a lot of bales when it's wet, that's your machine. Now, something else that's novel for me is this, because that is the same box as what's on a McHale baler. But this one's obviously for the wrapper, and it comes with this. This is a remote control which operates different functions depending on what the settings are on the box. So when I said that Michael suggested using the buttons in the cab to load the bales up and getting a bit more speed out of it, he meant to use this thing. Anyway, realistically, there's only one way to find out how good this machine really is, and that's to put it to the test. So this is going to be a bit of a learning curve for me, because I'm used to driving at bales from the side. So driving at them is going to be a little bit peculiar. Right then, constant pump, get my little thing, put that onto auto, open her out. Okay, she's ready. Let's see what we can do. Oh, now we're farming. So Michael reckons that the key to this thing is to just tick along. Just go at a nice steady pace and just get the next bale and the next bale and the next bale. And it's not actually trying to rush it that gets the speed, it's just the consistency. And I've done 5 bales in no time, so I'm gonna stick the drone up so you guys get to see this thing working. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off. Right, I admit it, this thing is bloody amazing. I wrapped those bales in no time and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Now before I pack it away, I thought I'd just show it you. So this is it. This is what it looks like in kind of working position. So you can see that the deck is down on the front because it's like a split deck. Each half operates independently. This arm swings around, catches the bale goes up and on, it wraps it, and then it drops it off the back there. I know there'll be a lot of people out there who will think that this thing is very similar to the old HS2000 McHale wrapper, and you're kind of right, but the difference is McHale made that baler and just left it. Tanco have updated this wrapper constantly. For example, this kind of beaver tail thing here holds all the pipe work. On the old ones, that used to just run straight out the end. Behind this is a big flap. That helps you get at some of the other parts down the bottom there, but that used to be hinged the other way. So when you went down the road, it'd flap open. You can't tell, but in there is a direct drive onto that little cog. It didn't used to be like that. These arms have been updated to steel ones that are bolted on. I think Michael said that the old ones were aluminium and they changed them to the steel, and they didn't know whether they were going to be as good or not, but he reckons that they are better. They now have 2 rams on the bottom rather than 1, which stops this back bar breaking. And that's just a few things. There's loads of little technical bits of wizardry that they've done to make this wrapper better than what it was previously. But the general concept hasn't changed for a very long time. Now, whatever you do not tell my wife, but I think I'm in love. Now, I know there'll be so many people going like, you need a Mikhail Fusion, you need a BALE wrapper, because that's all I get in the comments. And I kind of understand where you're coming from, but hear me out with this. Now, theoretically, a BALE wrapper is probably about 7 tons and takes quite a lot of driving. That is the biggest tractor we've got at 125 horsepower. And to be honest, I have no interest in getting a bigger tractor. I actually want smaller tractors. You only need 40 litres of flow to run that thing. And at the times when you're wrapping and you need oil flow, you don't need oil flow for a BALE. So, here's what I'm thinking. You could tow that behind the BALE we've already got and pretty much have a BALE wrapper. But then should it come wet, you pull the pin down here, leave the wrapper in the yard and just take the BALE. Then you'd go back into the yard, you'd hook that up and you'd go wrapping with that on its own, because as I mentioned earlier, it weighs practically nothing. Now, I know it's a bit of a pipe dream and we're not even in the market for a wrapper, but that thing could be the answer to a lot of our problems. Want to know something else that's crazy? You can change every single thing on this wrapper, from the arm speed, to the speed that this lifts up, to the speed that that drops down in 0.1 of a second increment. Meaning that you can just fine tune that thing to get the max output out of it, which is kind of cool, because I think I can go faster. I think I can go really quick. Now, I am excited and very hopeful that this thing stops for the next cut, because I'm going to put it to the test and see if I can get those 100 bales out of it. Now, when Michael dropped that wrapper off, I'm not sure if he thought that's what I'd get up to, but if he's claiming it, we're going to try it. If I had to give you honest first impressions on this wrapper, yeah, it's bloody good. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go and see if I can break open my piggy bank and rustle enough money together to buy one of them things. Whatever you get up to this weekend, have a good one, and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da! Hey, if you haven't seen it already, why not check out this video, or you can subscribe by clicking on that logo. Alternatively, head to www.bodysfarm.com, where you can read more about the farm, check out some blog posts, or treat yourself to some of the amazing clothing that we wear here every single day. Cheers!